What's up, everybody? My name is Charles, and today we have a special guest, KUTE BLACKSON. KUTE is an amazing coach. He transforms people's lives, and today we're just going to get some insights on, what we can do to improve our own lives. So, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome.
It's good to be here. My first memories as a young boy was literally two things. Number one, feeling a deep sense of calling, a deep calling to serve humanity, a deep calling to make a difference in people's lives. I always felt that this is the reason I was born. The second thing was I grew up seeing miracles. I grew up seeing blind people see and deaf people hear. And one of my first memories as a kid was literally seeing a woman that was crippled, that was sick, crawling on the floor, picked up the sand that a man walked on, wiped it on her face, and she stood up and was healed. And that was my father. So I grew up around miracles, always with a real profound sense of possibility, and everything was possible. There were no real limitations for me. So I grew up with this kind of mindset, and at a very young age I started reading books on spirituality, self-help. From probably age 8 to 18, I read 900 books, everything from meditation, mysticism, Eastern spirituality, Western mysticism, everything from pop psychology to meditation, and it's been my entire life, so I'm really passionate about self-growth, personal development, self-help. The whole spiritual movement is my life. So. So I think one of the most important things that has to happen to be able to choose clearly, see clearly, and really get clear on your true life purpose, not what you think your life's purpose is to start peeling away the layers of conditioning, peeling away the layers of programming, peeling away the layers of old wounds and old pains and old hurts that literally build up over time, clouding our ability to feel purely, clouding your ability to really intuit, clouding your ability to decide clearly, clouding your ability to connect to source, connect to the true heart that's inside here, because we've learned to develop these layers as children. And as we really peel those layers away through exploration, through feeling, through different processes, and you really start getting in touch with who you truly are, you really start getting in touch with what you truly believe, what your core essence is, what your true nature is, then you become available, then you actually become truly and fully available to tapping into, to tuning into your true life's purpose, not someone else's version of that, not some book's version of that. But then from that place of being in tune with your essence, it's almost as though you become available to what life itself is seeking to express through you. What life itself is seeking to manifest and express through you, what your true gifts are. Each and every one of us, each and every one of you has a gift, a unique gift that life is seeking to express through you. So for me, it's about, number one, clearing the conditioning, and then really feeling into what's seeking to happen, and then feeling into what are my unique gifts? What's the unique gift that I have to offer life, to give life, to serve, to express? What must I express in this lifetime? What must I give and serve and communicate in this lifetime in order to feel fully and radically complete? And start giving that. Come on. To me, not being dogmatic, I think life is a celebration. This is my philosophy. I try my best to eat as healthily as possible, but not be so dogmatic about my diet and rigid about my diet and food that literally I have myself in a prison and a life sentence of can't eat this, can't eat that, can't eat this, can't eat that, can't go here because that food's there, and can't go here because that food's there, can't go to that country because they don't have this, they don't have that. It's like, life is a celebration. And my philosophy is how you feel about what you eat is important. And it's a celebration. Each moment of life, of God's creation, is meant to be enjoyed. And I think when you can eat nutritionally with a connection to yourself and that in hand, I think if you let that guide you, I think, finding a sense of balance is really important. The other thing I would say is that the nutrition I think we often forget too is not just physical nutrition, but there's nutrition in the life force energy of the breath. There's nutrition in life force, in the mana, in the prana, in the air. There's nutrition all around of just the life force of the divine. That literally the real food that we can connect to through meditations and through prayer and through feeling intention is connecting to the energy and the rays of the infinite itself, the cosmos itself, the divine itself, and living off of the divine energy itself as well to fuel us. And if you look at greats like a Gandhi, a Jesus, you know, a Buddha, you could say their nutrition, Mother Teresa, their nutrition was source. Their nutrition, yes, they ate, but their nutrition, what gave them incredible amounts of energy, wasn't just the rice and the dal they were eating, was actually their connection to the divine. And that gave them a kind of you talk about superfood? To me, the real superfood is the connection to soul. The real superfood is the connection to the infinite, because that's an inexhaustible energy that never runs out. And all the greats that really impacted the world, like Gandhi, Martin Luther King, you know, on and on and on, Babaji, were connected to this infinite source of energy that just flowed through them and sourced them. What it is, money is simply energy. It's simply pure energy. And I think what has to shift, I would like to see shift in the spiritual community, is that, like, you know, you don't need money. Money's bad. You don't need money. Because really, in order to eat healthy food, you need money. In order to eat organic food, you need money. In order to buy green powder, you need money. In order to, like, you know, go to Whole Foods, and going to Whole Foods, I don't know about you, but you can't go into Whole Foods and say, "Dear Whole Foods, you know, cashier, I'm going to pray for you and meditate for you. Can you give me, like, you know, 14 boxes of kale and, you know, 4, you know, green juices, and give me all this, you know, beautiful stuff here, and I'll pray for you." No, it's a currency. It's an exchange of energy. And I think that the way I see it, the universe is abundant. In this 3D, you need money to exchange energy. It doesn't really have any meaning by itself, because money is simply an agreement that we all made together. But the challenge is when we put so much attention and validation and identification on money. Money is self-worth, money is self-value, money is status. See, money is just an agreement. By itself, money is a piece of paper. Doesn't actually mean anything. What's money? Money is a piece of paper that we printed a face on. You know, Ben Franklin, or whoever the guy is, we printed the guy's face on it. But we all have 6 billion people, 7 billion people, a collective agreement that this piece of paper means something. So it means something because we have an agreement that this piece of paper equals something of value. So money is an agreement, but it's also a means of energy and a way to facilitate an exchange and a way to facilitate experiences. That's all. Nothing more than that. So it's not that money is bad. To me, if anything, it's the attachment to money. It's the identification with yourself as the amount of money you have that actually creates suffering. So what I would love to see, what I would really love to see, are more and more enlightened billionaires. What I would love to see are more and more enlightened people that have expanded their awareness to a place where they don't need money. They don't need money to have a sense of self-worth, self-value, self-anything, but as a result have brought themselves in tune in a certain way that from that place, if you choose to manifest money and create money, you can have it not simply for yourself, but to facilitate experiences, to facilitate compassion, to facilitate love, to facilitate feeding people, to use it in service to the soul, to use abundance in service to a higher purpose and a higher awareness. That's what I would love to see. So I want to invite you to check out more about my work at KUTEBLACKSON.com, KUTEBLACKSON.com. I'll see you there.
SCDIQ. Yo, he wanna get involved with you. It's the SCDIQ. Yo, he wanna get involved.